These are the highlights of India's smartest podcast, The Ranveer Show. Welcome to TRS Clips. Make sure you hit that bell icon and don't forget to subscribe. Because this is a women's entrepreneurship sort of series we started on the podcast, the girls who joined Monk Entertainment and BeerBiceps were the ones who were the real game changers for us. I remember specifically, the kind of inputs they gave, which just changed stuff up completely. So what does that feminine energy add to the whole entrepreneurial game, according to you? Because I know that even Anirudh and Ashwin would have thought of something when they said, okay, Aditi should be brought on as a co-founder. So what do you think?
See, it adds diversity, right? Honestly, that itself is the biggest thing. So I would never even say that, it should be an all-woman team or anything like that. Because I think what you require in a workplace and to come up with different perspectives and ideas is diversity. So diversity of gender, diversity of economic backgrounds, diversity of exposure, diversity of POVs, right? You need that. So I think number one, women just add diversity because unfortunately most workplaces by default are much more male skewed. That's number one. I think number two, they definitely add a different way to lead and work, right? I'm not saying it's better or it's worse. It's different. And I think that's what matters, because I think they're nurturing, the way they nurture is different, right? So one of my most favorite things to do is to help young people figure out how to grow, right? Their career paths, their interest levels, their skill sets. I love doing that. I love spending time with young people to help figure out, okay, what's next for you at our company or somewhere else as well. So I think they do add a different type of nurturing. They do add different moral codes, right? Moral compasses are different between men and women. I am much more sensitive towards certain type of jokes or certain types of remarks or certain types of content. So the filter is there much earlier, right? And hence we never give a chance usually for somebody else to tell us that, hey, this was questionable or there was something off with this, because we have enough diversity of opinion internally that people will raise their hand and they're not afraid to speak. So it has to go hand in hand with culture. There are a lot of people that employ women in certain type of roles and those women can't say anything, right? So it has to go hand in hand with culture. हमारे यहाँ ही इतने diverse viewpoints and everything goes through a stress test internally before it goes out. So obviously the problems are problematically it's different. I think women in leadership positions add a lot. I'll tell you 2-3 things. A, different management styles, diversity. B, it shows young women in your company that there is growth, that there is hope, that there is a future. And it makes them more confident. So they become better at their jobs. They become better at speaking up. They become better at pointing out a mistake if they're seeing it happening, or pointing out something bad if they're seeing it's happening. So if you have more women on top, we are about 50% women in leadership positions and about 40% women overall in the company. And those leadership position women have a lot to do with how confident the younger girls are. So I think this is what women add. I wouldn't stereotype as to say, women are very empathetic, men are don't. Aisa nahi hai. I think that's very individualistic. So you do need all sorts of people in terms of diversity. Of course, your basic cultural and ethical value system should be similar.